Hey guys, Shani back with another Stampin' Sunday process video, and this one is actually, it's not going to be a layout again. Um, I'm working on party stuff still, so this is going to be a banner for India's party. So I've got some pieces of paper that I'd cut to 4x6. Or not some. I have one piece of paper I cut to 4x6. I marked 1 inch up on either side and then the middle at the bottom. And then I'm going to use this to cut a banner shape and then use it as my stencil to cut all the other ones. And then cut. There we go. And then I'm going to pull out the Coastal Cabana blue cardstock. And this was a piece of cardstock I already had cut from something else. But it'll take a little over one. You can get 4 on a page, basically, is what it is on each 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. So I went ahead and just traced around the edges of that white template we made, and then used those lines to cut the edges of the banner pieces. So I'm going to cut 5 and I'll do some of those off camera just because it's boring. And I do 5 just because I'm doing India's name. I'm not going to do a whole big thing, just her name, just to personalize it. And so then I'm going to pull out the Colorful Season stamp set. Sorry, if you can hear the squeaking, I'm in the craft room and my chair squeaks. Usually when I do voiceovers, it's in the living room. So anyways, I pulled out the Colorful Season stamp set from Stampin' Up! And my Coastal Cabana blue stamp pad. And then I'm just going to use the 2 snowflake stamps that are in that stamp set and randomly stamp a pattern on the background. But then it'll be a nice tone on tone. It won't be too overwhelming, but you'll get that snowflake effect. And apparently I'll go through the whole thing. But I won't do all of them. I'll just show you this one because I wanted to make sure that you see how I stamp off the edges of some of them, and I just do it kind of randomly. Nothing fits together perfectly, but I will kind of twist them so that they'll fit better sometimes and just switch between the 2 different stamps. So there's that one, and then here's all 5 magically. So then I pulled out some vellum scraps, and they're a little over 1 inch wide, maybe 1.5 inches, and they are leftovers from the invitations from last week's. And I'm just using my little snip scissors to do some basic, easy what's it called? Icicles. Sorry, my brains. Do just some icicles, and then I'm going to do them across the top of that banner. So you'll see I trimmed down, I held it up to that one of those banners just so it's the right size, and then I'm going to adhere them across the top. So fast forward, because oh no, not yet. I do make them a little bit more fun. I pull out the Dazzling Diamonds glitter. And then I'm going to pull out my Tombow Mono adhesive and do just a little bit across the bottom edges of the icicles. And it's not super careful or anything. It can be kind of messy. And I'm doing this over paper so I can shake it back and then put it back in the container later. And I'm just shaking it off, and you'll see there's just a nice little amount of glitter across. It just elevates those icicles a little bit. And then I'm trying to show you a close-up. I ran it through my sewing machine because, of course, if you add adhesive behind vellum, you'll see it. So I just ran them through my sewing machine to attach those across the top. And then I pull out some silver glimmer paper, and I cut 5 pieces at 2 inches by 3.5 inches. Sorry, I had to think about it for a second. And these are what I'm going to use to make the letters for her name. And because we don't have any dies or anything big enough at Stampin' Up! That I want, I just want some really big letters, and I didn't have letter stickers, sorry, that are this big. So I cut each one to 2 inches by 3.5 inches so that they're all uniform, and then I will use those as the shapes to build my letters. And you can see I cut out my eye, and then I use the same shape from that side to do this side. And they're not perfect. They're not, but the glitter paper is also very forgiving because it's so sparkly, no one's looking to see your mistakes. And then I've got all the letters done, and then I'm using some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back to pop them up just a little bit and attach them to these banner pieces. And I'll go through and do all of them. And these Stampin' Dimensionals, sorry, it's a tongue tie, are one of my favorite things from Stampin' Up. Is they are so sticky, and you really get a lot because you don't have those weird gappy in between pieces. Then I'm pulling out some rhinestones. These are also Stampin' Up. They're from the holiday catalog. I'm not for sure that they still have them, but I will look and see. If they do still have them online, I will provide a link so that you can get them too. And they come in a lot of fun colors, but I pulled out the navy ones and just kind of sprinkled them around just for some extra glitter and like kind of snow falling. And that's pretty much it. So now what I'm going to do, and I probably could have done all 5 at the same time because crocodiles are amazing. And I just used the skinny hole side of the crocodile to punch 2 holes in either corner at the top of each pennant. Sorry, that was a lot of words. And then I pulled out some Whisper White Baker's twine, and I just got a bunch. And sorry, I knocked the camera, so I was trying to steady it again. And then I'm just going to run that through all the holes on these pennant banners, and I will run it through so that you go in one side and out the other, like down and then back up, so that the baker's twine runs along the back side, and you'll see in a minute why. And I just made sure to keep my baker's twine kind of long because I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to hang this yet at her party, and I want to have enough string so I can string it wherever we decide to hang it. So I'll just get those last couple done, and then it's going to be weird. You're going to see me pick it up and hold it kind of funny in half in just a second, apparently, forever. Okay, so I'm going to hold each end together, and I'm going to pull this up in half so that I can find the center point of the whole thing, so that the center pennant is in the center of the baker's twine. And then I pulled out some random washi tape. I got one that matches the Coastal Cabana blue, just so that it didn't really stand out in the background, because I almost grabbed an orange and black one and that just wouldn't have been great. And then I'm just using that to tape down the the baker's twine across the back of each banner. And so then whenever I actually hang it up, or when I carry it or whatever, it won't move around or get all weird and tangled. So it'll just stay how it's supposed to. And then that's about it. I'll show you the other side in just a second because I'm going to take forever doing this, but it went together really quickly. Maybe an hour tops altogether from start to finish. So really quick. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, because I will be back next week. Next week, I think we're doing cupcake toppers. So come back next week and you can see more fun party stuff. Have a great day. Bye guys.